Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Nurture with Art and Nature. In this video, we are going to be exploring the quality of number 3 with a religious Islamic perspective. My lesson is mostly Waldorf inspired and may take 3 to 5 days to complete. And so today I would like to share with you the stories, artworks, activities, games, songs, verses and more that I use to hopefully inspire you on your homeschooling journey. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Today we're going to learn about number
3.
3.
Yeah. 3.
Who can tell me something that's 3 in nature?
Triplets?
Triplets. That's smart. Yeah, triplets. Yeah, 3 babies. What about a shape that has 3 sides?
I know triangle.
A triangle. Do you know what the colors are? The 3 main colors that makes all the other colors?
I know.
What are they?
Red,
Yeah.
blue, yellow.
Right. Those are the 3 primary colors. The last 3 chapters in the Quran are very special as well. Those are 3 things. There's a lot of things that they do. They protect you from getting magic on you. They protect you from the evil eye. They can cure you when you're sick, if Allah wills. Surah Al-Ikhlas, Surah Al-Falaq, Surah Al-Nas. We're going to learn more about those 3 in a later lesson, okay? Another thing that's 3 is like levels and stages, like beginning, middle, end.
So let's say light is 1 pound. Let's say medium is like 5 pounds, and let's say heavy is like 10 pounds.
Right. What about meals, Yubi? What meals are there in the day? How many meals are there?
3
Yes, there are 3. What's the first meal?
is
Breakfast, right? And then
lunch.
what do we have? We have lunch. And then what do we have at nighttime?
Lunch.
What? Yeah, after lunch. What's after lunch?
Dinner.
Right, then we have dinner. So we have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, so when something is easy, what's the next level?
Medium.
And then after that?
Medium. Hard.
Hard, right. What about when you're young? The next level is adult, right? And then the next level is?
The next level is like grow up.
Yeah, when you grow
Grandma,
up. Yes, when you're old,
Grandma.
right? When you're elderly. What about when you're early? What's the next level?
Early is like early wake up.
Yeah, you wake up when it's early.
It's like midday.
Right. And then what will be the next level?
Nighttime or morning.
Nighttime, right? Or afternoon. Let's say you have an appointment, okay? So you either can come early or you can come late. So that's the last level. But you can come on time or you can be late. The next thing, that's 3, is you need to have a mom and a dad to make a baby. Allah tells us in the Quran that He created man, and then He created out of the man his partner, his mate, his companion, so that they can be together and live happily together. When they're married, Allah blesses them with a baby in the mommy's tummy, right? And then the baby gets bigger and bigger. And then when the baby's about to be born, the parents, they ask Allah, "Oh Allah, make our baby healthy and we will be grateful."
هو الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وجعل منها زوجها ليسكن إليها فلما تغشاها حملت حملا خفيفا فمرت به فلما أثقلت دعوا الله ربهما لئن آتيتنا صالحا لنكونن من الشاكرين.
They love their child so much. They care for their children, they protect their children, they teach their children, they feed their children, they watch over them.
And then keep an eye on them.
They keep an eye on them. The parents took care of the child, they took care of him or her, and they raised him up to be healthy and strong and righteous. Then the mommy and the daddy are going to get older too. And then the child, who's older now, has to take care of his parents now. Okay, Allah tells us in the Quran
واخفض لهما جناح الذل من الرحمة وقل رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا.
family is very beautiful and very important. So we all take care of each other. Remember how we learned 1 for Allah, the only one. 2 for the night and day. Now we're going to learn 3. Okay? 3 for me and my parents who raised me up and made me strong. Alright guys, I'm going to have a story for you. It's going to be fun. So there was 3 little siblings. There was Maryam, there was Yubi, and there was Omar. And they were all playing outside. And Omar and Yubi ran away to play somewhere else. And Maryam was just following some butterflies and playing around by herself. What's that smell? Why is there a delicious smell coming from the forest? She decided to follow the smell because it was so yummy and Maryam was always so hungry. So she's following the smell. She can smell the smell is from inside the little cottage.
Okay.
And so she knocks on the door. Is anyone home? I'm so hungry, something smells delicious inside. But no one answered. And then she realized the door was unlocked. So she went inside the house. There was a table and it had
It's really big.
a big bowl, a medium bowl, and a small bowl. Wow, it's porridge that smells so good. So she tried the big bowl first. Yuck! It's so cold! And then she tried the medium bowl. Ugh! It's so hot! Ow! And then she tried the small bowl. And it was just right. And so she ate it all up. Oh, I feel full now. I need to sit down. She saw 3 chairs. So she sat on the big chair. But the big chair was too firm. Ow, it hurts. And then she went on the medium chair. And it was too soft. Oh, I can't even get out. Oh, it's too soft. And then she sat on the small chair and it was perfect. Ah, this is just the right size. But then, oh, she broke the chair. Oh no, it broke. Now where am I gonna sit down? I'm feeling tired. She turned around and she saw a small bed, a medium bed, and a large bed. She lied down in the big bed, but it was too bouncy. Boing, 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 boing. I can't sleep in a bouncy bed. So then she lied down in the medium bed. Oh, it's so stiff. Oh, it hurts my back. And then she wanted to lie down in the smallest bed, and it was perfect. And so she put the blanket over her and fell asleep. The 3 bears walked back from their walk and they entered their cottage. There was Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear. That's really strange. I'm sure I closed the door, said Mama Bear. Yeah, what's going on? Papa Bear looked at his porridge and said, somebody's been eating my porridge. Mama Bear looked at hers and said, someone ate my porridge too. And then Baby Bear said, well, someone ate all my porridge. It's finished. Papa Bear turned around and saw his chair. Somebody's been sitting in my chair. Mama Bear said, no, somebody's been sitting in my beautiful chair. And Baby Bear said, well, my chair is broken. Who broke my chair? And then they heard, Papa Bear looked and he said, nobody's in my bed. And then Mama Bear said, nobody's in my bed. And Baby Bear said, someone's in my bed. So they came over. They took off the blanket and there was Maryam. She screamed, ah! And then barged in was Yubi and Omar. They grabbed Maryam and they took her away quickly before the bears could even realize what was going on. And they swooped her off and ran back home. And on the way, Omar said, you should never wander off in the woods by yourself. And then Yubi said, never enter strangers' houses either. And Maryam promised that she will never do it again. 1, 2, 3.
4, 5, 6.
7, 8, 25, 26, 27.
28, 29, and 30.
That's it. Good job.
1, 2,
3,
4, 5,
6, 7, 8, 9, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's go marching 3 by 3. The little one stops to scratch his knee. Scratch your knee. And they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Good job, guys.
Okay, eat it.
Yeah, eat. Go on.
Eat.
On day 1, we do the cover. Okay, we do the front and the back. So for the front, the manipulatives that we use and the things that we use to practice number 3. Firstly is to walk a large number 3. So we drew a large number 3 and the kids just walked it. My son used a wooden manipulative that has 3 that you use a wooden stick to trace. We also used our sand/salt tray to practice the number 3. Then for the back of the cover, the manipulative used to enhance this exercise is basically an embroidery hoop where we placed 12 nails onto the hoop and then we got some string and basically formed this shape, which is 3 points within a circle forming a triangle. And that was day 1. So now we are using some 200 milligram watercolor paper that we wet under running water. Then I grabbed the 3 primary colors of my non-toxic watercolor ink set. The kids each painted 1/2 of their paper in a different primary color. Then they traded paintbrushes so that they could each have a different primary color, and they painted that color on the other half of the paper. The colors then blend together to create a secondary color. This artwork symbolizes the union of 2 parents to create a child. And here is a watercolor painting I made of the theme of number 3. Okay, guys. What's something that's 3, Yubi, that you can see here?
Triangle.
A triangle, right? A triangle is a shape that has 3 sides. 1, 2, 3, right? Okay, Mariam, what's something that's 3 that you can see here?
3 people.
Right, that's triplets.
I see a braid that has 3
Right.
lines that swiggle around.
Right, to make a braid, you use 3 pieces of hair, 3 parts of the
these
hair.
3 lines.
What else is 3?
3 hearts.
Yeah, the octopus has 3 hearts. What else is something that's 3?
Baby, dad, grown up.
Right, there's the 3 stages of life, the main stages. A clover that has 3 leaves. Also, did you notice the 3 colors up here? What are those colors?
It's all of the primary colors.
Right. Remember yesterday I told you that there's 3 surahs in the Quran? The last 3. It's best to recite these 3 surahs in the morning and in the afternoon and even after every single prayer. And also before sleeping, before bedtime. We're going to practice them now. You know what the Prophet ﷺ used to do?
What?
He used to cup his hands like this and bring them close to your mouth and blow softly 3 times. Okay? Now we're going to recite the surahs in it. A'udhu billahi. When you've done that, you have to wipe it over your face and your head. Go down through the rest of your body. This is what you do before you sleep. You do that 3 times. You Muslims, they live on the extremes, the ends of Islam. Okay? They're either too lenient, where they think everything is okay, you can do everything you want, everything's halal. Doesn't matter how much sins you do. Some Muslims that are on the other extreme, the other end, they think that everything is haram. They make everything hard for you. Everything's haram. You can't do this, you can't do that. And if you make a mistake or you make a sin, then you're not Muslim anymore. That's what they say.
Not true.
Exactly, it's not true. So what the best way to be is where the Prophet ﷺ was. He was in the middle. I'm going to tell you a quick story about this, about being on the extremes. At the time of the Prophet ﷺ, there was 3 men. They came to the wife of the Prophet ﷺ to ask about what the Prophet ﷺ did, what he used to do, like good deeds. And she told him lots of things that the Prophet ﷺ does, of course. He's the best of all humans, the best of all Muslims. So he does lots of things, right? And they said, he's a prophet. We can never be like him, so we need to do more than him. One man said, I'm going to fast and I'm never going to break my fast. I'm going to fast every single day. And another man said, I'm going to pray all night and never sleep. Every single night. Because the best time to pray, the best prayers are at late night prayers. And the other man said, I'm never going to get married because it distract me from worshiping Allah. Later that day, the Prophet ﷺ heard about these 3 men. And he went to them. And he said, are you the 3 men that said this and this and this? I fast and break my fast. And I pray at night, but I also sleep at night. And I marry women. So whoever doesn't follow my way is not from me. This is how we write number three in English, okay? In Arabic, number 3 is, that's thalatha. Right, good job. Roman 3 is like this. 1, 2, 3. We further practice number 3 by having some lines here where we practice the shape of number 3, which are basically just arches. So that was the first exercise of day 2. So then we practiced our Arabic number 3, which is thalatha. We practiced using the salt tray and also the little chalkboards as well. They practiced the Roman number 3. We used sticks to form the number 3, and they also used the sand tray and the chalkboards. The last page we did for day 2 is just writing the English word of number 3. And we did 3 lines. He used the chalkboard to practice writing it, and also the number ladder that I made, which I'll link in the description box. That's all the exercises for day 2. There was a family of piggies living in a house. So there was Daddy Pig and Mommy Pig and 3 little piggies. And it was time for the 3 little piggies to leave. Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad. We're off to live on our own. Beware of the wolf. We will. And they went on their journey. They walked and walked, and then the last little pig, he got lazy and said, I don't want to keep going. I think I'm gonna build my house right here. And so the others went off. He built his house out of straw and hay that he found in the fields. It's perfect. And then he went in his house, and he was happy in there. Then the 2 little piggies, they went a little further, and one of them said, that's enough for me. I'm gonna build my house right here. And so the last one continued on his journey. He built his house out of wood that he found in the forest, and branches and sticks that he found lying around. Dum, 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 dum. It's perfect. And he left in his house. The 3rd little pig finally found the perfect spot. There was lots of rocks, and he made his house out of rocks and bricks. That took a lot of work, but I'm so proud of my house. This is really, really nice and strong. Then along came a naughty wolf. I smell something yummy like piggies. So he went to the first house and he knocked on the door. Who's there? Said the first little pig. It is I, the wolf. Let me in. I will never let you in. Not from the hair of my chinny chin chin. All right then. I will huff. And I will puff, and I'll blow your house down. So the wolf huffed and puffed, and the little piggy ran away and went to the house of the second little piggy. Then the wolf followed them, and he got to the second little piggy's house, and he knocked on the door. Little piggies, let me in. It's the wolf, they said. We're not gonna let you in by the hair of our chinny chin chins. Okay then, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house to the ground. So the wolf huffed and puffed and they both ran away to the 3rd little piggy's house. Let us in! And the wolf followed the piggies. And he saw the house of bricks. Okay? And he knocked on the door again. Little piggies, let me in. I'm very hungry.
No.
No, we're not gonna let you in. Not by the hair of our chinny chin chins. He said, all right, I will huff and puff until I blow your house down. So,
Oh no.
he puffed and puffed and puffed and huffed, but the house made of bricks didn't move.
Wait,
It still didn't move because it was very strong, right?
Wait a minute.
Oh! The wolf was very angry and sad that he couldn't eat a nice dinner of 3 little piggies. And the piggies were so happy. You can't get us. And the wolf ran away. And they were safe in the house made of bricks. You guys like that story? Hey, get your...
I got that.
Here, each kid is doing a different pig house from the story. One of straw, one of wood, and one of bricks. They also make their own little pigs using a toilet paper roll for the body, a wooden button for the nose, colored paper for the ears, and a cut piece of pipe cleaner for the tail. On day 3, we opened the lesson with this addition or subtraction domino game, where I put 5 dominoes that either add or subtract to make 3, and 5 that don't. Then he has to mentally calculate and then separate them into 2 groups. After playing the domino addition and subtraction game, we then go to our workbooks and draw a domino number 3 here. Next, we did this pattern making exercise, and the manipulative we used to enhance this activity was a large egg carton, and this time we used some peanut M&Ms to represent the green and yellow circles. We have an alternating pattern at the top of just yellow and green, and then we go to a pattern of 3 to 1, 3 to 1 for the next 2 lines, and then the pattern is 3 to 3. After he had drew this pattern onto his workbook, he would continue the pattern as if it was continuing besides it. The next exercise, we have the number ladder. This is the number ladder I was talking about previously. Drawing 2 brown lines there, and then we drew the number 1 step, number 2 step, and the number 3 step. And we use the number ladder manipulative to enhance this activity. Baba, yellow sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. 1 for the master and 1 for the dame. And 1 for the little boy who lives down the lane. This is the story of the 3 Billy Goats. There was baby Billy Goat, there was middle Billy Goat, and there was big Billy Goat. They were eating in the beautiful mountains. Little Billy Goat looked over to the hill on the other side of the river and said, "Look, brothers, look at the hill over there. Doesn't the grass look so green and delicious? It looks better than our grass. Our grass is turning yellow." "Why, yes, it does look very delicious." "Yes, indeed, it does look delicious," said the brother goats. So the little Billy Goat trotted away and started to cross the bridge. Click, clack, click, clack, click, clack, click, until an evil troll came from under the bridge. "What are you doing on my bridge?" Oh, I was just trying to get to the other side," said baby Billy Goat. "Well, now I'm gonna eat you," said the evil troll. Baby Billy Goat quickly came up with an idea. He said, "If you eat me, I'll only be just a small snack. You should wait for my brother, middle Billy Goat. He's much bigger than me and will make a much better meal for you." "Okay, fine. I'll let you pass." And so the troll went back under the bridge, and little baby Billy Goat crossed to the other side and ate some delicious green grass. Then medium Billy Goat saw little Billy Goat eating the green grass. He said, he must have crossed the bridge. I'm going to go ahead and cross it too. So then medium Billy Goat went on the bridge. Click, clock, click, clock, click, clock. And then the troll appeared. "What are you doing on my bridge?" I was just trying to get to the other side," Well, now I'm gonna eat you. He says, oh no, he thought of an idea. And he thought, if you eat me, I'll just be enough for one meal. You should wait for my brother, Big Billy Goat. He'll be enough for a whole day. Thought the troll. Okay, fine, I'll let you pass. And he went back under the bridge. And Medium Billy Goat joined his brother, Little Billy Goat, to eat some delicious, luscious grass. Then Big Billy Goat noticed that his two little brothers were on the other hill. I'm going to cross the bridge to join my brothers. Clock, 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 clock. And then the troll appeared again. Aha! Now I gotcha. What do you think you're doing on my bridge? Well, I'm trying to pass to join my brothers. Well, too bad. I'm gonna eat you. Big Billy Goat got angry. He put his horns down and he ran into the big troll, and the troll fell in the water. Down the river he fell. Big Billy Goat clucked his way through to the other side of the river and joined his brothers. And the evil troll was gone forever.
Again, using wet watercolor paper, my kids are painting the landscape of the story, where one side has yellowish grass and the other side greener grass divided by a river. Then I cut some watercolor paper into strips that the kids then paint brown, then glue onto the landscape, forming a bridge. On our table display, we have a 3 of clovers card, with each clover having 3 leaves itself. Then we have our double-sided wooden manipulative with 3 marbles on one side and the other a traceable 3. Next we have 3 clamshells that fit into each other. We have a magnetic triangle. Here is a domino displaying 3 dots, a yellow dice, a 3 centimeter wooden rod, along with these DIY peg doll math manipulative set and a large wooden 3 that's part of a puzzle. Then we move over to this section where we have some paper, scissors, and a rock on display. Then we have the 3 Billy Goats crossing the bridge. I made them using foil and air dry clay, which I'll be painting later on. Here we have a small basket with a needle felted yellow sheep and 3 bags of wool roving. You can see 3 tiny peg dolls that were used as our little pigs. Our 3 siblings that are actually from my DIY Muslim Eid family tutorial, a beeswax number 3, and our 3 bears that are basically wooden Russian dolls on which I glued felted ears and paper snouts. Then we have the kids' adorable piggies based on the story. I love how unique each one is, with their homes made of straw, wood, and hay. The rest of the items will be shown later in the video.
Blind mice, 3 blind mice. See how they run. See how they run.
Next, we have a number line or a skip counting line. So basically, we're skipping by 3s here, as you can see. And we used 2 activities to enhance this exercise. One of them was I made a life-size number line where he would step on 1 and 2 and then jump with 2 feet onto 3 and count loudly.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
The next manipulative we used was a skip counting number line that I made in a video, which I'll link below. And we used some pipe cleaners to represent the skips. And so we wrapped the pipe cleaners around 0 first, starting with 0, and then wrapping the pipe cleaner around each 3 counts.
You did it, Omar.
That's exactly.
Perfect. Let me see.
Next activity, we just used a plate to trace a large circle. Then we just drew 3 o'clock in its clock form, and then we just wrote the time. The manipulative we used was just this small wooden clock that I purchased from Aldi or Lidl, I can't remember. And he just used that to put the clock hands at number 3. Next, we have another circle here, and this is a multiplication or skip counting circle. And the manipulative we used was a round skip counter that I made in a video as well that I'll link below, basically representing the multiplications of number 3. Starting at 0, you're just going to jump to every 3rd count. So 1, 2, 3, then it jumps to 6, then it jumps to 9, then it jumps to 12, then it jumps to 15, then it jumps to 18, then it jumps to 21, then it jumps to 24, 27, and then back to 30. And finally, the last exercise we did on day 3, and the last exercise of the workbook. This is different ways of making 3 using the rods. So one way to make 3 is just to have a number 3 rod, which is yellow here. Another way to make 3 in rod form is by using 3 number 1 rods. Another way is by using a number 1 rod and a number 2. And another way is by using a 2 and a number 1.
3 little kittens, they lost their mittens, lose them, hide them. And they began to cry, "Oh, mother dear, we sadly fear our mittens we have lost." What? Lost your mittens, you naughty kittens, and you shall have no pie. Meow. We shall have no pie. All right, the 3 little kittens, they found their mittens. Show me your mittens. You found them? Show me. Wow. And they began to cry, "Oh, mother dear, look here. Our mittens we have found." What? Found your mittens? You good kittens, that you shall have some pie. Meow. Meow. We shall have some pie. Meow. Meow.
After that song, I thought it would be fun to bake a pie. This is a super easy, mess-free recipe that I'll include in the description box. Basically, you put 2 cups of plain flour and 2 tablespoons of sugar into a pie dish. Mix and then add 6 tablespoons of melted butter. Then gradually add a couple of teaspoons of cold water. I use my hands to knead the dough a little. Then we use our hands to push the pie crust down and up the sides of the pie dish. We add our chopped apples along with a few shakes of cinnamon powder and a couple of tablespoons of sugar over the apples. We then place it into an 80-degree preheated oven for about 40 minutes.
Paper, rock. Oh my goodness. Scissors, paper, rock. Oh my. Scissors, paper, rock.
No!
I hope you found this video beneficial. Number 3 was a lot of fun. There was just so many stories and songs related to number 3 that I had to try to include as many as possible. The links to my previous lessons, along with my math manipulative tutorials, Quranic verses, hadiths, pie recipe and songs will be in the description box below. Please like and subscribe and stay tuned for more to come. And as always, thanks for watching.